but happy to be with you. How's your thermostat? What's it set to?
Yo, I figured it out. I figured out the thermostat. I was very worried all week long because, for those who don't know, it's very cold in Texas right now, and we don't handle cold well based on history.
Mhm.
But one, a tree fell down and hit my house, but my house survived, so
Oh,
that's good. But two, I figured out
jeez.
the thermostat. So I have two thermostats. I have one on the bottom floor and one on the top floor. And so what I do is I'm setting the bottom floor to heat and the top floor to cold because heat rises, right?
Oh,
So
jeez.
I
Gordon.
heat up the bottom
Gordon.
floor and it rises, and then I cool the top floor, and then it equilibriums out. So right now I'm heating the bottom floor at 70 degrees
Yeah.
and I am cooling the top floor at 72. But you know what happens? The bottom floor stays 70 and the top floor goes to 76. Like, because it can't cool fast
Uh-huh.
enough. So it's this constant equilibriuming, and it's perfect.
When you
I
said,
figured it
"Hey, I
out.
figured out the thermostat," I thought that meant you actually figured out the thermostat, and then you just said you explained how
No,
you hadn't figured out the thermostat yet.
I figured
Your
out how to heat a house because
your
when you have
house
two
is new
different,
enough.
yeah,
I think you have good circulation in your house. I don't think you need to worry about that. Your house is new. I think it'll take care of itself. Just set it. I think you'll be fine.
no, no, no,
You don't need to
no,
do all
it
these
doesn't.
tricks.
No, I gotta do the tricks. I had to do the tricks, man. I had to do the tricks because when you just only
Well,
put on heat, it gets really hot, and you're like, oh,
are you
you get
are you
stuff in your
mostly
skin.
upstairs or downstairs?
Both. I sleep upstairs. I'm downstairs
Yeah.
when I'm watching the Olympics and Netflix and stuff like that. So
Okay. You're mobile. All right. Listen, this podcast is brought to you by Hoka. Hoka just introduced the most advanced spike shoe yet, the Cielo X, with that carbon plate in it. So they're powered by the propulsion of carbon. Cielo MD for mid distance, Cielo LD made for long distance. Remember, Hoka.com is the website. Gordon is showing off his white MDs. I have my orange LDs right here. I'm showing you both of the shoes today, not just one, but both shoes, Gordon.
my shoe looks very much bigger than your shoe because of perspective. Looks like I have a giant foot and you have a tiny foot.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got the carbon plate in here. Next week when we're gonna talk more about them because I got more of the specs that we'll get into next week. But they got two different models, MD and LD. So it wasn't too long ago, spikes you kind of had like a one size fits all type of setup if you're a distance runner. Now you got the choices there and the carbon plate, of course. So website is Hoka.com, Hoka.com, Hoka.com. Cielo is the name of these spikes, the MD and the LD.
And they're available today.
Oh yeah. Oh
There
yeah.
you go.
Check them out. Check them out. Also, want to mention you can subscribe, obviously, to the FloTrack podcast channel. You can become a member of the FloTrack podcast community, get that exclusive content. You can become a member of Gordon's Goons or Kevin's Kings. Right now, I am disappointed to say that Gordon's Goons are leading the pack, but Kevin's Kings are going to catch up. We got a strong team captain in Tom, who's always in the chat. Hopefully, he's in the chat today. Shout out Tom, and we're going to come back. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. We're just in the beginning of indoors. I need to catch Gordon, so become a member. You get that exclusive content. Get all the custom badges, the emojis, all that fun stuff. But you get a bonus pod every month as well too.
You're never gonna catch me. It's just inevitable. I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm sorry.
All
It's
right.
just what it is.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer. All right,
But
let's start.
I
Go ahead.
I was gonna talk about something random. I was watching the Olympics uh,
Mhm.
last night, and I was watching women's moguls. You know,
Oh yeah.
moguls, like, the little
Hmm.
hump thing.
The
And I was
bumps.
like, obviously, when thinking of the Winter Olympics, you're thinking of like figure skating, hockey, and stuff. But man,
Mhm.
some of these Winter Olympic sports, I keep on thinking like, what would be like if like one of our star track athletes try to do the moguls? Like, it seemed like very complicated and hard. I was very impressed. That's all I had to say.
Mhm.
I just want to say, as a person who follows a sport where all you gotta do is just run in a circle, seeing these Winter Olympic sports makes you really think like it's a lot simpler to just be a track
Mhm.
athlete than it is to be a winter athlete. So anyway,
I want to point out too in the chat, Tampa Eagle, one longtime member, a member of your team. However, even though he's a member of Gordon's Goons, says Gordo is insane. So it's not too late. Come to my team. Come to. Do you
why am
want to
I
be?
insane? What did I
They're
do?
talking about your thermostat strategy. If you
Oh,
want someone who has a sound thermostat strategy, someone who's not even going to try to dunk in 2022, go to Kevin's Kings. That's where it's at. All right. We got some stories to discuss here. We got the Ostrava World Indoor Tour. Berlin World Indoor Tour is today. We got some Penn Relays news. A big NCAA transfer. We'll preview the New Balance Indoor Grand Prix on Sunday. And then I want to talk about that football 40-yard dash that they did at the Pro Bowl.